Welcome back to the Dividend Diplomats YouTube channel. You've got Bert the Herd over here, the legend himself, Big Bert and Big L over here from the Dividend Diplomats, and we're talking to you about the huge dividend increases from February 22nd week.
Massive dividend increases, everybody. Before that though, give our subscribe button a leg drop. Give us a nice thumbs up too on the video. We are pumped. We got a lot of dividend increases to talk to you about today, so we got to jump right in because guess what, everybody? Pop that popcorn, get ready. It's time to go talk dividends.
The week of February 22nd didn't slow down with dividend increases. This really is pushing that momentum. The dividend growth is back, baby. We're not going to cover every single dividend that was increased this week from companies, but we will talk about 8 huge ones that happened. In fact, some of them were unexpected.
A lot of them were.
Yeah, one of them was at 50% even.
Yeah, and a lot of them were double-digit dividend increases too. Laney's not kidding. Yeah. This was a huge week for dividend increases.
That's right. I mean, we got the Hogan leg drop, the Rock Bottom, the Stone Cold Stunner, the Triple H Pedigree, and Taker's Last Ride.
And don't forget the Sharpshooter at the end too.
Oh man, Stone Cold's tapping out from Brett the Hitman on that one. So we're going to talk about 8 companies increasing their dividend, and dividend increases are important because that's one of the best pieces to the dividend investing puzzle, Bert. Why is dividend increases important?
It's because we're all pursuing financial freedom. We're trying to buy income-producing assets to grow that passive income to cover our monthly expenses. We love doing it through dividend investing, if you haven't figured that out by now. We want to see our dividend income grow as well along the way to continue outpacing inflation, and just heck, who doesn't want to see their income grow? So we buy income-producing assets, dividend growth stocks, keyword growth. And that's why it's important.
So the first company we're going to take a nice dive into is actually one of my favorite fast food chains if I'm craving a nice junior bacon cheeseburger with a nice Frosty.
Wendy's, baby. Ticker symbol WEN. They don't cut the corners, and they did not cut the corner on this dividend increase because they increased that quarterly dividend from 7 cents to 9 cents. Crunch those numbers, everybody. That's a 29% increase in their dividend right there.
Remember, this dividend is now going to be fresh, never frozen. And, you know, I know there's a lot of people that are like, well, it's still not back to pre-pandemic levels. You are correct. You know, back in pre-pandemic time periods in early 2020, they were paying a 12-cent per share per quarter dividend. Then during the pandemic, they cut it to 5 cents. Then before that year was up back in November, they went from 5 cents to 7 cents. And here they are, Bert, like you just said, 7 cents to 9 cents.
They're chugging along. They're working their way back. A lot of companies that cut their dividend before are getting back to the pre-pandemic dividend levels, almost there. But chances are, in my mind, you're going to see another dividend increase from Wendy's soon as they continue clawing back to 12 cents.
They've got the breakfast going, they've got their classics. They're really the first nice classic chicken sandwich as well, so I'm sure with the chicken sandwich wars, Wendy's is gonna play a huge part in that. You know, they're all watching The Terminator right now, and they're saying that their dividend will be back, baby.
Yeah, so investors, dip some fries in those Frosties, enjoy it, because you're gonna get some nice dividend income coming to you next quarter.
That's right. And lastly, Wendy's is yielding 1.79%, so just over the S&P 500, which is great to see, considering at one point, you know, again, during the middle of 2020, they were far below it. But now that that dividend growth is coming back to almost the pre-pandemic levels, expect that dividend yields hopefully to even rise before the end of 2021.
Jumping right into dividend stock number 2 here. This is one of the major home improvement stores. They were coming down the pipeline with their dividend increases. That company, Home Depot, ticker symbol HD. What did they do? They just simply announced that quarterly dividend increase from $1.50 to $1.65 per share. Crunch those numbers, everybody. That's a 10% increase right there.
Nice, solid 10% increase. You know, they've been increasing their dividend, you know, for the better part of more than a decade, I think 11 plus years. They're now yielding 2.6%. You know, home construction, home building, home renovations, that engine is moving. The real estate market itself right now is still on fire with record low interest rates, though they are creeping up a little bit this past week.
Yes, they are.
But, you know, I know so many friends and family right now, including Bert, doing renovations at their homes. So Home Depot is getting a lot of foot traction, a lot of purchases, a lot of large purchases. And, you know, again, it's just a nice little engine that's moving on all cylinders.
Yeah, so unlike the companies that we saw last week, I'm talking about UPS. Home Depot has crushed it last year during this time, and they're actually rewarding the shareholders by announcing that 10% dividend increase and returning it to you. What I'm referencing is UPS, after crushing it in 2020, getting all that, they announced a 1% increase in their dividend. So it's nice to see a company like Home Depot firing on all cylinders, rewarding shareholders as well. That's nice to see.
Home Depot, 10%, yielding 2.60% right now, above the S&P 500. Congrats, HD shareholders. So dividend stock number 3 we're going to talk about is a company that has a nice big old local headquarters here in Northeast Ohio.
Yeah, another hometown Cleveland
Hometown,
company.
baby, let's go.
Yeah, and again, well, Lanny actually holds stock in one of his portfolios. I do not, so it's nice. Lanny's going to benefit from the hometown bump here. That company, Eaton, ticker symbol ETN. Yeah, I bet you didn't know they were headquartered in Cleveland.
And that they are. They went from a nice juicy 73 cents to 75 cents, a 4% dividend increase rounded. The yield now 2.3%. That stock price has gone up like 30 or 40% in the last 6 months maybe.
Yeah, that stock has jumped over the last decade. I should have bought more when I bought them, but I was like, it looks like a good price. Buy from Jim Cramer. It occurred in my head. And I just haven't been able to grab them since then. But, they've had 7+ years of dividend growth. Yeah, they have a nice 2.3% dividend yield, so above the market, above your savings account. Great company. They dominate in the manufacturing sector. They have been on fire in the last decade amongst so many of the other companies.
This company's on fire.
Exactly. So, hey, you know what? There will be other buying opportunities for you to increase your position, and maybe I'll finally jump in when the metrics are right.
So, Eaton, 4%, 2.3% yield. There you go. Now, Bert, get into this one right here.
Are you sure you want me to do this one? This one was pretty personal for you, Lanny. I feel like... All right.
Go ahead. Let it rip. Let it rip that Band-Aid, Bertie.
Why is this personal? Lanny bought this stock, 5+ years ago? It's been a while.
Long time.
It was one of those out-of-the-blue stock purchases that Lanny told me he bought, and I just tipped my cap and said, nice find on it. That company is John Deere, ticker symbol DE. They announced a huge dividend increase here, a huge dividend increase. They increased it from 76 cents per quarter to 90 cents per quarter. That's an 18% dividend increase right there.
Wow.
Insane. So congrats, Lanny.
John Deere, they don't really have that great of a consistency in the dividend growth. They'll go like, we haven't grown our dividend for 7-8 quarters. Here's an increase. And when they do an increase, it's huge. Huge.
And it's kind of funny because Lanny always buys and loves the consistent increases. And it has kind of driven him nuts over the years when he doesn't get a consistent increase for Deere. You bought it with that intention.
What's wild is this, is they were trading 5-6 days ago at $330 a share at the end of the February 15th week. They're now trading at almost $350 a share.
That is wild.
That's insane. The price that I bought them at, the community's going to get real sick to their stomachs, but I bought them at $84 a share.
Yeah, that's insane. So basically, Lanny's just banking on dividend growth, no appreciation whatsoever.
Appreciation doesn't matter. I bought them for their dividend and the growth of that dividend and the business model. Capital appreciation is just like that little cherry at the very top that, great, that's great. But it's been hard to buy them again, is the point that I'm trying to make.
Is it? Or are you talking about this on a subreddit channel, trying to pump that up here, Lanny?
That's right. Yeah, thanks to you guys for creating a subreddit channel. That's really cool.
That's a very nice honor.
But John Deere, again, a freaking awesome 18% increase, 76 cents to 90 cents per share per quarter. They currently yield at just over 1%. Again, the yield on the cost, if you bought it a long time ago, is probably looking really nice right now.
I bet you it is.
I bet you son of a gun. But John Deere, keep trucking along.
Dividend stock number 5 on our list here.
This dividend stock is great.
And here's the thing. Lanny and I love pizza. It is something we talk about all the time.
Every Friday I'm eating pizza, no matter what.
Same here. So while that's not always traditional dividend growth stocks, we monitor the big chain pizza companies like no other. So that's why this is going to be a fun dividend increase. Number 5 on our list today, Domino's Pizza, ticker symbol DZ. They also announced a massive dividend increase. I told you there were a lot of big ones here. They announced a 20.5% increase to that dividend.
They went from 78 cents a share per quarter to 94 cents for Domino's Pizza. Now, Domino's or Papa, Bert?
Papa John's every time.
All day.
Yeah, it's not even close, but that doesn't mean that a lot of other people haven't started ordering pizza during the pandemic. And talk about a business model that was just ready to go when people couldn't go out to restaurants. Like, there wasn't any adjustments. They didn't have to figure out how to cook and outsource. They are built for people being at home and ordering out.
Domino's, they did a great re-engineering of their whole brand business model, even, again, ingredients, flavor. I don't mind Domino's, prefer Papa John's, but again, Domino's with a 20.5% increase, your yield is now just over 1%. Just still under the S&P 500, right?
Yes, and they're building a nice little dividend increase streak as well. They've increased it for 7+ consecutive years, so it'd be nice to see them cross into double digits and eventually one day become a dividend aristocrat.
Domino's Pizza, 20.5%, a little over 1% yield. Eat your pizza and collect that dividend as well. Now, Bert, what about this next company? This one's pretty popular in the community. I don't own them.
I don't own them either.
But it's really gaining a lot of traction. And I don't know if it's because of the dividend yield they have or the consistency in the dividend growth.
I think it's a little bit of both, and I think it's about the industry they operate in and how they're going to be positioned to be a great company going forward and benefit from the move into cloud outsourced data. This company is Digital Realty Trust, DLR. They announced a nice little 4% increase in their dividend, going from 1.12 to 1.16. So what is this yield that everyone likes?
The juicy yield. Again, it's for a REIT. And REIT, you kind of want a better yield anyways because of the taxation, because it's taxed at your ordinary income rate versus capital gains tax rate. And the way that they're structured, that's the reason why. The yield is 3.45%, so one of the higher yields that we're talking about here on this channel today from the increased list. I think people like that and the 15+ years of consecutive increases.
Yeah, that's great for a REIT. There aren't too many REITs that have long-term dividend income streaks.
Realty income, watch out.
It says a lot about a REIT when it can get to a dividend aristocrat status like a Realty income. So Digital REIT at 15+ years, less than a decade away from earning that title. That's great to see.
DLR is their ticker symbol, again yielding 3.45% plus. A nice little 4% dividend increase to you guys. We'll have to maybe keep the monitor on them.
Yeah, dividend stock number 7 here. We're getting close to coming home here. This is a company that everyone probably thought was left for dead 5 to 10 years ago as things moved from in-store to online, but man, have they came back and struck.
Just Eric Bischoff style.
Yeah, I'm back.
Yeah. Now, Bert actually one time owned this position.
Yeah, and I cut them because I didn't like them. They didn't pay a dividend.
Their business model was kind of, again, it was like the whole retail is over space.
Yeah, and they proved me wrong.
Radio Shack.
Yeah, that's where the industry was heading. So this company is Best Buy, ticker symbol BBY.
Not BBBY.
Yeah, or BBBBY. I'm kidding. But they announced a huge 27% dividend increase.
Wow.
Insane, increasing that dividend from 55 cents to 70 cents per
During
quarter.
the pandemic, if Best Buy here is increasing their dividend 27%, Lord knows something's going on here.
I mean, I guess it makes sense. If we're talking about how people are improving DIY with Home Depot during the pandemic with some of that extra money that's not spent on vacations, why not increase your entertainment setup as well? You buy some of those new TV, the new electronics. I guess it makes sense that this company...
When's the last time you went to Best Buy?
Okay, I'm not also the traditional consumer.
Curious.
I go every day. I'm kidding, I don't. I haven't gone in probably a year. But
it's probably been 10+ years for me for sure.
Yeah, but there are a lot of people that shop. They've improved the online shopping experience.
Best Buy.
Yeah.
So Bert, are you gonna buy their shares?
No. Just no. I'm kidding, but I'll look at them. Sure, I'll add them. Maybe we'll do a video on Best Buy, see if that's a great company to buy.
But over these years, even going, so we can say like back in 2015, 2014, they had that 17, 19 cents per share dividend. Now it's already grown up to a 70 cents per share per quarter dividend for Best Buy, and they're yielding I'll say a blistering 2.7% right now for this player.
So yeah, maybe a video in the future is worth it on Best Buy to see if they are a dividend stock to buy.
Yeah, I mean they are building out that dividend growth streak now somewhat, but again it's kind of like, okay, what's their main play here? Is it the DIY home renovation projects, or is it the gaming, new systems, PS5, is it that hype?
Is it the Pokemon card hype? We don't know.
We don't know. But Best Buy, hey, congratulations if you own them on this, again, massive increase. But the massive increases don't stop there. In the words of one of our favorite quotes from Scary Movie, but wait, there's more.
Yeah, we've got one more, everybody. So hang in there with us as we round third and head home. This company, we're heading to the insurance sector, AllState, ticker symbol ALL. And this is the best for last because this is the largest dividend increase that was announced this week. Wendy, what was this dividend increase?
So this dividend increase from Allstate Insurance was not 1%, not 2%,
not 3%. All right, let's see how much more time we got left here.
It was a 50% dividend increase for all you shareholders of Allstate. Ticker symbol ALL, pretty easy to remember there. And they went from a 54-cent dividend to an 81-cent dividend, a 50% increase.
Insanity. And on top of that, they're yielding 3% too. So a company with a huge 3% dividend yield announced a 50% dividend increase. Lanny, you can put that in your dividend factor and smoke it. No, I'm kidding. Lanny, you can take that to the bank with your dividend growth factor that you love right there, because 3% plus 50% is a huge factor.
Yeah, I mean, guys, take a look at Allstate. I know I'm going to try to analyze them more over this week.
Yeah.
You know, I know I'm a heavy player in Aflac, ticker symbol AFL. And I know Bert's got Aflac and Cincinnati Financial.
Yeah, but this could be a good compliment. People have asked us to look at Travelers as well, so maybe it's time to revisit the insurance sector to see which one's the best stock to buy.
Yeah, again, Allstate, congratulations. 50% dividend increase, above average yield at 3%. 7+ years of consecutive increases.
Fantastic.
So Bert, do you want to give us a round out summary on these 8?
Yep, I'm going to go rapid fire here on these 8. You ready, everybody? Wendy's, 29%. Home Depot, 10%. Eaton, 4%. John Deere, 18%. Domino's Pizza, 20.5%. Digital Realty Trust, 4%. Best Buy, 27%. And last, but definitely not least, Allstate, 50%.
Again, 8 massive dividend increases, increasing hopefully your income going forward. I know on this list, you know, my wife and I, we own some Wendy's. We got the Eaton stock, the John Deere. So we got 3 out of the 8.
0 for me.
Whoa.
Yep.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, I don't own any of these companies. So I'm going to be like the Indians hitters this year, and I'm not going to get any hits because this team's going to be brutal to watch in 2021.
Wow. Bert is 0 for 8 here. Bert, is there any on this list that you like?
I like them all. I freaking love pizza, so Domino's. No, I'm kidding. But
it's like Pokemon. You're trying to catch them all.
Yeah, but I mean, seriously, let me look at Allstate. I'm probably going to do a stock analysis this weekend, and I might be buying this week. Those metrics look great. And
what about Wendy's? You don't really own any of them.
I do not. I own McDonald's, but not Wendy's. I do love getting some spicy nuggets every once in a while, so maybe it's time.
What about you? How many of these 8 do you own, and which one are you looking to buy more of now? Yeah. Is this a stock? Are there any stocks to buy on this list right now that you think are out there?
And please, if you haven't, do so and subscribe to our channel. We appreciate it. Give this video a thumbs up so we can keep delivering dividend investing news and analysis to your YouTube feed.
This is Bert and Laney from the Dividend Diplomats.
Over and out.